Oh, hey YouTube, Slipe 2005 would like to with you guys today. Alright, now today's news segment is the new list that just got released yesterday. Apparently it came out while I was out, but I checked the list like 3 times, once in the morning, twice last night, then got onto YouTube, saw him go 4 hours, he had the list posted up. I'm going to do my own segment, so here we go. Alright, you guys, now, just for the record, this is my second attempt to record this, because I'm going to be splitting this into 2 parts. The first part is going to be for the unlimited and the semi-limited, and then the second part is going to be the ban. Not the ban, but the limited card, so let's get to it. First off, we have 2 cards that came unlimited, and that is Mask of Darkness and Smashing Ground. Hey, I think he'll be okay at 2, but 3, I don't know. This card might start running rampant some, with it being able to destroy one monster with the highest defense on the opponent's side of the field, so there we go. Okay, next up is now the semi-limiteds. Now this one's been in question for quite some time, and I think this is the biggest change to the semi-limited list by far since the list basically started up. So here we go. First off, we got Honest. I believe Honest should have been at 2 a long time ago. See how he's been rampant all over Lightsworn decks and Twilights for the longest time. So I'm happy that he's gone to 1. Okay, next up is one of my personal favorites, Cyber Dragon. He's now at 2 again. Now I'm glad he's back at 2. Sure, maybe back then when he got limited to 1, people were just using him like crazy, but now he's back. We could possibly see some light machine decks running, so because I might have to see if I can find my old deck list again for that, so I'm glad that happened. Next up is Dandelion. I think Dandelion should have stayed at 1, especially with some of the plant type decks out there. Now, sure, it gets destroyed, you get 2 tokens from being destroyed. And the crazy thing is, it doesn't say whether it's just sent to the graveyard, whether it's by effect or by battle, so that gives this card quite a bit of a defensive stance right there. So I got 2 of these out on the field. They both get sent to the graveyard. There you got your 4 tokens right there. So I think you should stay at 1. And then my next monster, which is one of my personal favorites, especially for one of the older decks, Treeborn Frog. He has now made his return back into the semi-limited list. So with them back, we could possibly see Monarchs making their comeback again into the meta. So we could possibly maybe 25-75 chance of seeing Monarchs top in the top 3 too. So I'm happy for that. And there's a a couple other cards here that I don't have listed for the semi limited, and that is Demise, King of Armageddon. He's now at 2, so we could possibly see some Demise OTKs again. Okay, so now for the spells, we got Black Whirlwind. This will grossly affect the Black Wings altogether. Now, Black Wings are getting affected in this list somewhat. It's not as bad as some people think, but they are getting hit pretty good in this list, with 3 cards in it being chopped at the knees somewhat. So, and the other spell card is Unite We Stand. I don't have a copy in my binder. I would have out otherwise. Next up is Royal Decree. And that's being semi-limited. I think that's a good spot for it. Unlimited, no. Limited, not really. Semi-limited, yes, because it's not broken. It still gets it can still get cut down at any one point. So, and the other 2 cards, which I couldn't find for the good of me, is Royal Opposition. That got chopped at the ankles a bit. So, and so is Skill Drain. So we might see those skill OTKs come down a bit. So I'm gonna I'm gonna pause it now and resume with the limited cards after the short break.